from Rate the Record, and it's time for that portion of the week where we do Kris's picks of singles that you should listen to or something. That's an awful title, and I don't think I'm ever going to use that again. And also, I'm trying something a little new with the camera and the audio, so by all means, if it sounds and looks like crap, I apologize. I'm trying new things, I need better equipment, just getting that out of the way. Okay, so for my first pick of the week, I'm looking at the band Korn, and they just dropped a brand new album back on February 4th called Requiem. Now, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Savannah actually reviewed a song off of this album, but this is the last single to drop just prior to the album drop, so I figured I'd check it out. The song is called Lost in the Grandeur, and it was released on February 2nd. The song kicks off right away with these loud chugging guitars and like these high-pitched like string scratches just kind of going nuts. And then you have the vocals that come in kind of softly actually on top of these progressively chuggy beats. Not like prog rock or prog metal proggy, I just mean progressively as in it's going for, you know what I mean. So frontman Jonathan Davis has a nice kind of clean tone, softly flowing to the verses, and it's actually really well harmonized too. As compared to what I remember Jonathan Davis sounding like, this is actually like a really nicely sung, clean performance. The chorus kicks in and kind of rides out the same as the verse, so aside from a change in the melody, there's not really a whole lot different going into it. Behind everything, there's this kind of like synth that pops in, but there's not much that it adds to the sound or song overall. The bridging portion, on the other hand, that comes slightly after the middle of the song, is actually really cool. For a little while, everything kind of gets quiet, you have these nice soft drums playing, and then this like kind of funky bass line that comes through, which again is nice considering that Korn is known for the clackety clack clack kind of bass, like very percussive. Grade A description, by the way. While I'm waiting for that vent to shut off, did you ever see this picture of me with Trent Reznor behind me here? That's 2009. I met him. It's pretty cool, and the band autographed the CD. Pretty cool. And that's Frank Zappa. Jonathan's light vocals fit in really well in this point too, and then there's these like demented kind of cries or laughs, is like the best way I can describe it. They're lightly reverbed in the background, but it adds a lot of anxiety to the track too. I feel like the whole bridging portion altogether kind of gives off the most old school Korn vibes, and that's saying a lot from coming from someone who hasn't really paid attention to the band since Take a Look in the Mirror, I think it was called, from 2006. My info could be way off. It eventually comes all crashing back down with the heavy instrumentals and Davis just growling kind of the last lines. Then it goes into the last verse, boom, wrap the song up. There's Korn's new song. Overall, the production was solid. It was heavy, but unfortunately there wasn't really anything for me to get excited about. So, I don't know how I feel about this one. It wasn't terrible, but maybe you'll like it more than me, so definitely check it out and let me know what you think. Second for my pick this week is the Red Hot Chili Peppers and the song Black Summer. So 39 years into their career, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are back once again with a brand new single off of their upcoming 12th studio album, Unlimited Love, slated for release in April. The album also sees the return of guitarist John Frusciante for his third tenure with the band. So now that he's back, let's check out the new single. The track begins with these solemn guitars and bass, and so you can really tell that Flea and John Frusciante there both still have a lot of chemistry from the past, and it's very apparent in this tune. Singer Anthony Kiedis comes in with his vocals very light, and it actually sounds really good. A good middle tone for his voice too, very clean vocals. He does sound notably different though, and I've been reading things online about this. I'm not certain what it is. He doesn't have his usual swagger in his voice. It's like he's got like an accent, like Irish, people were saying like a pirate thing too. I don't really know, but yeah, it's not what you're used to, but it sounds fine. When the drums kicked in, I immediately thought that it didn't fit in properly. Granted, it did grow on me after a few listens, but overall I kind of wish it was composed differently. Then the chorus kicks in with a pickup in the energy. Maybe I need a few more listens and the hook will likely stay in my head. I don't know, but for now it's just not sitting so well with me, I guess. Then we get our first Frusciante guitar solo since Stadium Arcadium, because he left in 2009, Stadium Arcadium 2006. It's bluesy, it's rocky, it's a little grungy, it's great, it's just nice to have him back. It's a decent enough track, I'll give it that much. There's not too much that stands out about it, unfortunately, to me. I am definitely curious to check out a couple more singles, as I'm sure they will drop prior to April. So I look forward to it, and I think you should check this one out, especially if you're a Chili Peppers fan. I think you're going to dig this one. Lastly, we have a new EP dropping from alt-pop singer Ryan Santiago, aka Royal and the Serpent, and it's called If I Die, Would Anybody Care? Would anyone care? Sorry, my bad. I need to correct myself when I have to. The latest single to drop from this EP was called Better, and it dropped as a music video at the tail end of January. So we're immediately introduced to these wavy, kind of swelling synths that kind of come in and out a little bit, but they build up, immediately switched out by these like chorused up guitars, and then you have Royal's really crackly but innocent sounding vocals. It's hard to describe, but I mean, if you hear it, you'll know what I mean. The beat starts to pick up with these hi-hats and claps that come in, but it really just kind of leads to an uneventful build-up of the chorus. Then suddenly, boom, there's these big hits of bass drum and what kind of sounds like almost digitized guitars. They're kind of pounding through the chorus a little bit while the soft vocals suddenly turn into yelling. Despite that, though, the chorus actually comes off as a lot more minimal than I would have been anticipating. It's definitely the kind of track that feels like it was written to be like performed live, and it was like a sing-along for the crowd, so it just doesn't translate as well to like an album version. The bridge picks up the pace a little bit, you get these synths added in, it gets harmonized a little bit, but it ultimately just kind of feels lackluster. Even though it runs through a much quieter and more emotional version of the chorus in the last part of the bridge, it just doesn't feel like it can hold on to much. I mean, there's not much going on right now. The lyrics kind of carry this overall message of like, you know, trying to become better and overcoming your mental health struggles. And, you know, because of something positive like that, that's at least some points that I can give it, but unfortunately that might be it. So I'm sorry to say I'm just not feeling this one. I guess I just wasn't built for it. But hey, by all means, if you think a little more highly of it, again, down in the comments, let me know, because I'd be curious to hear your opinion on it. And those are my picks of the week. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, as I've been saying all episode, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'd be very curious to know about these singles and like what you think of them. And of course, Savannah has her own as well, so go check out her video so that way we can all kind of listen to what she's got going on. And also don't forget to check out the podcast every single Monday. Yesterday was a brand new episode, episode 22, and we looked at Animals' later self-titled album. Fantastic album, great episode. Don't want to spoil too much, but it's a good one. I think you should check it out. You can go off and do that, and other than that, have a great week, and we will see you again next Monday and Tuesday, of course, for the singles reviews. Take care, friends.